What it is, what it is. Welcome back to Live with your guy Ness. Another Tuesday. How has everyone's week been so far? How was the previous weekend? Waiting for folks to drop in. What is going on? Hadouken says, hi first. Deal with it. What's going on, Hadouken? Oh, man. As always, well, we generally start these lives with news and what's going on with Play On. Right now, we have not heard anything as it relates to the last two states here in the United States. This is just only for my folks in the United States, as it sits for Washington State and Washington, D.C. Those are the last ones. The last ones. But if anyone is in those areas and you have news, feel free to drop that in the chat so we can let the community know and we can get that going. Still waiting for some news to drop from Play On. There's some coming. There is some on the way. There is some on the way for sure. We're getting ready to hit the end of the month. We got a lot of stuff coming up here pretty soon. I think we're gonna get a lot of good information here pretty quickly. MSU Rich, good evening, everyone. Good evening. How are you? Good to see you. Y'all let me know. I got a new mic. I got a new mic here, so let me know if this sounds okay. Majiro, King of the Monsters 1 loaded. Thought I'd play Neo Geo CD 2024 hack, but got out the real AES and kidney joystick. All right, got the kidney bean out this evening. I like it. I like it. I can dig it. All right, appreciate it, Hadouken. I'm glad it sounds good. Mike, how's it going? I'm good. How are things with you? Appreciate you dropping in. Plan to beat both rounds tonight with Woo. ETA 40 minutes. Okay. The time has started. What are we at? Okay. So my time is currently 7:02, so 7:42. Let's check back in and see if you've completed those rounds. All right, so before I kind of get into things, what questions do we have? Many of you have asked me a lot of questions, so I figure instead of me rambling for the first 15, 20 minutes, I figured I'd take the time to answer any questions. I do have some announcements for the channel, related to the channel, that I'll share a little bit later on. Pretty excited about those, so I'll be looking forward to sharing those with you all. But if you have any questions related to Neo Geo, drop them in the chat. We'll see what's going on. See what we got. Fat Boy, what's going on? What's up, everyone? Ness, what's up, big dog? How's everything, brother? Everything's good. Appreciate you dropping in. I'm happy to be on, talking to you all. I enjoy these every week now, just chatting with you all. Ness with another live. That's right. You know, I told you all I was going to keep them coming. As long as y'all want them, I'll keep them coming. If you say, hey, this is getting boring, I'll stop. I can always go back to enjoying my Tuesday evenings if y'all are saying, like, I'm done. Insane Gamer, what up, brother? I'm pretty excited getting my first Neo Geo. Hey, I'm excited for you as well. Congrats on that. Did you go with the black, or did you do the anniversary? Did you do both? Which one you going with, Insane? Jose, what's going on, brother? Hello, Ness. Jose from El Paso, Texas. Texas fam is in the house this evening. Hello, hello, hello. All right, so we got some more. Perthworm, what's going on? Hello, bro, from planet Perth. What is going on? Good to see you hopping in. Good to see you hopping in. Corey says, got my order for the white Neo Geo. Been craving a Neo Geo for 35 years. Oh, man, that's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. I love it. I love to see it. Love to hear it. I look forward. I look forward to hearing so many of y'all stories when you finally get to crack open the box for the first time. You finally get to have your hands on a brand new, not a new old in box, not a used, but a brand new AES. That's going to be, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to hear so many of those stories. Hadouken says, I have been putting some theories together. Since they have not stopped taking pre-orders this late, I'm convinced they are doing a staggered release. No way they can pull off a full release on November 12th. That's a good theory. That's a good theory. Hence why I've told folks, if you put pre-orders in super early, like when we first got announcements, don't cancel that just because you want to go and, you know, you want a certain version of this or that. I mean, if it doesn't matter to you, then all good. But yeah, I think that speculation across the board is, I mean, it could be valid. I mean, we don't have confirmation of that, but hey, we could be surprised, but we should probably prepare for, you know, either or case, right? Anniversary collection, bro. That's what I'm talking about. That white console. I'm starting to feel like that's going to look like a really, really nice console. I don't know why. It's going to be a nice one. It's going to be a nice one to have. NZ in the house. What's up, Ness? What's up, Dion? Good to see you, or well, virtually see you. Pop into the chat. Appreciate you dropping in. Okay, I'll kick you off a silly topic. I think we reached peak hype post AES release, and I'm seeing prices a little by little coming down for games. Facts. I do agree with this. So, and I've been looking at this myself. When the announcement popped off, those first 2 months, we saw the spikes. But I think right now, with all the PlayStation nonsense going on, everyone's so focused on, you know, those consoles right now, and we're not getting as much news as we were getting the first early months when we first got this announcement. So that's why. But still, I still think that these prices will continue to go down. We'll flatten out after the console's been released. Give it till mid next year. And that'll be our telltale sign of what the real Neo Geo market's going to look like for the original games. So at least that's what my theory is. That's the big thing for you. Yep. Brand new old device. I know. New old stock. Yeah, old new stock. That's what I meant to say. What's up, Dave? What's going on? Good to see you. I want to recase all my retro systems all white. Ooh, that's gonna look real pristine. That'll look nice. Big D's, what's going on, brother? Yo, Neo Ness. Came across your channel not too long ago. Excellent content. Brother, I've always wanted a Neo Geo so bad when I was growing up. Can't wait for the AES Plus. That's what I'm talking about. Congrats to you. What did you get ordered? Big D's, what'd you do? You do the anniversary, you do the ultimate, you do the black console? Love to hear it. AK Values or AKV or AK Values. What up, Big Ness? What's going on? Good to see you. Appreciate you dropping in. Look forward to this every week. Glad to be here. Frank, appreciate you so much. Salute. Thank you so much. Of course, says, I think OG games will spike in price after all settles down. I agree. Mike sounds the same, man. Okay, sounds good. Okay, cool. Appreciate you. Self-selected. Hello. I hope all is well with everybody. Not a question, but news. Neo Geo MVS game from Korea. Violent Vengeance port of an old PC fighter. Okay. I haven't heard about that. That sounds like it could be something nice. That sounds like it could be something nice. Okay. Fabrico, what's going on? Hello, Neo. Me name is Fabrico. And apologies if I'm mispronouncing your name. My bad. I'm sorry. From Brazil. Oh, so much love your like so much your videos. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Zell, the Ultimate Bundle looks nice. Sadly, no delivery available in Washington State. I know. Zell, I hope we get something soon for Washington State and DC so we can, that's it. We're done. We don't have to worry about anything else, and we can just focus on release days. We can focus on getting games, all that. Corey's asking, do you think there will be any issues with the 161-in-1 carts or like the new SD Pro cartridges? I think the only thing that I've heard that could potentially cause an issue with 161-in-1s are if you have an MVS version. So if you have an MVS version and you're putting it into a, it's over here. You're putting it into a converter, like a fusion converter, so an MVS to AES converter, and you're putting that in the AES console. I have heard that there's issues, but if you have the AES version, I haven't heard any, issues to date, but we won't truly know until we actually have some, consoles on the streets and we're actually able to start testing some of this stuff. But as far as I know, if we're using converters for an MVS cart style, that's the only one that's causing issues just based off of voltages and all that stuff. But again, with the AES Plus, the refresh on some of the parts, etc., we just have to test some of this stuff to figure it out. Ness, haven't done anything just yet. Been dealing with a little bit of hardship, but I certainly plan on getting one of these puppies closer to release. All good. All good. Hopefully all is well and everything turns out all right for you, my friend. Electro Wing, what's going on? What up, Ness? Favorite time of the week right here. Appreciate you dropping in. Math Mars, how's it going? Hi, Ness. Are you planning to buy the Japanese games? Well, I have a few, I have a few Japanese games on this row here, right? So I still have Japanese games. Now, if we're talking about for the AES Plus, probably not. I'll just get what's for my region and call it good. But do I plan on still buying some Japanese cartridges for the first print? Yeah. I've taken a huge break from buying AES games right now. The market's kind of all over the place. Folks are throwing all kind of crazy numbers out there, so I'm just chilling, and I'm perfectly fine with that. So no rush. It's not going anywhere. I think the biggest thing for the Neo Geo market compared to some of the other stuff like we see with PlayStation and, Xbox 360 and Nintendo, their prices just go completely out of control, right? For the Neo Geo, we've just been a steady, slow growth year after year. It's nothing super insane that we see this massive spike. So, it's a lot more manageable. I say that because it's still expensive, but yeah. Is still manageable. Mike, I'm just hoping we go beyond the first wave as opposed to the Atari 2600 Plus. I agree. I think we'll be in good shape. I really do. I've been seeing a lot of homebrew stuff, but with this new release, have you heard anything about developers actually making new games or possible ports of other retro arcade games? There's rumors out there. Nothing that's been solidified with PlayOn. No one's come out and said anything directly. But, we've just heard rumors and stuff, stuff you'll see on X and stuff in Facebook groups. This is kind of why I haven't really just pointed out, oh, this is coming, because it hasn't been clarified and it hasn't been, blessed, if you will, by PlayOn and SNK to say, hey, yeah, this is coming. So that's why I keep saying, I think after this month, we got a couple of, I would assume that we're going to see some things that maybe potentially at some of these gaming conventions, not conventions, but like the big your games cons and stuff like that. Hopefully we'll see some stuff pop out of there, or just news that comes around that same time to kind of rebuild, not the FOMO, but rebuild the energy for the community, and hopefully answer some questions for some folks. Darth, what's going on, brother? What up, brother from another mother? What's good? What juicy news you have for us? Oh, there's more to come. Hi, Ness. Are you planning to buy the Japanese variant of the games eventually, full set, or some games that you prefer the Japanese variant? For the first print, my ultimate goal, at least for my channel prior to the whole AES Plus thing, right, was to get a full, complete English set. And I think where I'm at now, like, is it smart for me to try to go after that set? Probably not, especially when we have the games being dropped for the good old price of $90, you know? So I don't know. I would probably end up, if you ask me, am I going to go for a full set with whatever PlayOn does? Yes, because that's a lot more manageable. And then for select titles on the first prints, I'll go after those. So there's a handful of Japanese titles that I'd like to, actually just get back again that I had to let go of. So, Waku Waku 7, I'd love to have another copy of that. Sonic Wings 3, I'd love to have another copy of that. I never did get my hands on like the Puzzle Bobble games, so I'd like to get my hands on those. And then a couple of the Japanese exclusives like the Mahjong games, the Legends, Success Joe, even though that's, a lot of folks say it's not a really good game, but those are some of the games I kind of want to go after. But variants wise, the only variants that I really have are just the King of Fighters, because I was going for like a full set of King of Fighters on English, full set on Japanese. But outside of that, nothing crazy. I think it's just going to be, now it's going to be kind of a mix. I ain't gonna lie, that 161-in-1 is more attractive option for my budget. But that's not to say I wouldn't get any real cartridges. Just gonna be picky about which ones would be worth the investment. And again, y'all, that is exactly right. Like, don't stress over some of these prices on some of these games. Like, if it's more affordable for you to go after, 161-in-1s, if it's more affordable for you to do, MVS, and then you're just using a converter, do that. Like, don't break your pockets. You all know your budgets. You all know that is perfect. That is well said. 161 is not going to hurt anything. You have the hardware. You're still playing on it. I keep saying, collect and play the way you want to collect and play your games. I do mean that. And I know it sucks because I try to be as unbiased as possible when it comes to saying that, but it's really hard when you have, you see the other stuff in the news and they're taking away our media, right? So it's like, God, but you can still play it digitally. That's still okay. And it is, but, just the options thing. But yeah, I digress on it. You mean 300 for a Japanese KOF 95 isn't a steal? Not when I was able to get it for like $170 back in the day. So yeah, like, it's kind of hard thinking of it that way. Neo Geo has been expensive as hell since day one. Facts. Gecko, what's going on? Konnichiwa, Neo Ness. I have returned for more Neo Geo goodness. My brother, that's what I'm talking about. Welcome. I feel like, I got a feeling that PlayOn will be waiting to see how well this thing does before entertaining the idea of having developers make new software. And very true, that could be the case. We could very well see that. I think, and we don't even know the numbers, right? We don't even know the sales numbers or how many units have been sold. We probably won't get any of that information until after the launch, which I would be extremely interested to see exactly, with all the hype, how many individuals out there, how many consumers are buying these consoles, how many consumers bought more than one console, how many of them bought, the bundle, the anniversary, just accessories. It's a lot of stuff. Geektastic, what's up, Ness? What's going on? Thoughts on the next 2 waves of 10 games releasing in 27 and 28? Will it be staggered releases or all 10 at once? So excited to get these games for the good old price of $90. That's what I'm talking about. This is just my speculation, so this is not verified and this has not been listed anywhere, but this is just what I feel. I think doing the 10 game bundle works because you give your community enough, or you give your consumer enough variety of games to play. I would hope that they continue that mix where you've got some shooters, fighters, puzzlers. If we got a couple of racers and some sports games, giving that accumulation of mix, that is good. I think we should do that. Outside of that is if we do get like announcements for, let's just say hypothetically, we get games outside of the Neo Geo library. Plugging those in between the waves would be cool to see. But that's just my speculation. So, we don't know for sure if that's going to happen. But I think we'll be in a good place if that is the case, because now we'll have a nice flow of games coming in over the next couple of years, and at least we know what the roadmap looks like. And then after that roadmap, that's really going to be the true question of, okay, what does the support look like after 28, right? Are we going to continue to see growth for this game? Are we going to see new accessories? Are we going to see third parties coming in and doing partnerships with PlayOn and SNK around the brand, right? That's what we want to see. And hopefully that, the press and the news around that will be positive enough to where it grows the brand. And then we start seeing, new things, new innovations for the console, for the games. Corey's like, I think it would be smart to try to collect them prior to actual release at lower prices. $90 is cheap in Neo Geo terms. Now, are we going to get, based off of, the hype here, I would assume we're going to have a lot more people investing in this console, meaning that there's going to be a lot more games available. Does that mean that certain games could stop? I have no idea. We have no idea of knowing. But as long as the games are coming and they're being produced, maybe some games will, the ones that aren't selling as well, maybe they kind of, they sunset those games. Maybe they bring them back for another release bundle later on down the road and bundle it with something else. If people weren't vested in buying those certain games, who knows? Could be that too. Gecko says, I'm actually hyped for more Neo Geo games to add to my collection. Even with the wireless CD pads, even with 2-player authenticity with friends, part of me wonders if the CD pads will have USB dongles. Yeah. Oh, well, they'll have the dongles into into the port for the controller, but I don't know, maybe that'd be kind of a good, yeah, I probably need to double check into that. Ray, what's going on? I got one of the Mahjong games. I beat the game. It plays like Rummy. Oh, okay. Dark Jedi. Well, like I'm picking up Ganryu, because I know that game and a couple others are owned by Pixel Heart and won't be 90 that we know of as of now. Yeah. And there's a couple in Ganryu. I've always wanted that game, but maybe I'll have to break down and just pick that game up eventually, because Ganryu looks like a really solid game. I just never gotten around to buying it, but I know they have Rage of Dragons over there at Pixel Heart through Pico, which I already have a Rage of Dragons. So, and they didn't make any changes to the game that I know of. So, yeah, it is what it is. But for those of you out there that want those certain games and they're under those those particular publishers and owners of the license, we can't sit here and say like, oh, PlayOn's never going to have it or PlayOn might get it. We don't know. So at the end of the day, it's kind of be a coin flip of whether or not you want to buy it now, or do you want to hold out and see if they do partnerships later on down the road. Who knows? Video Freak. if you don't answering, what as the investment that didn't pan out when you sold some of your big oh yeah, if I don't mind answering, yeah, I can. I mean, I won't go into details. So it was a financial investing business that me and some partners went into, and the part of the market that we were investing in was looking really good from our projections, because we had looked at it for about, I don't know, 2 or 3 years prior to us deciding we were going to do this. The market just went another direction. So I sold games to keep my portion of the business afloat. And it just didn't work out. So I had my people I was working with bought me out. So it is what it is. Didn't make any money out of it. First time doing it. In hindsight, would I have done it again? Probably not. Because I've always just, for those of you that don't know, like during COVID, I still have my day job, of course, but I was day trading quite a bit, made a lot of money. That's how I was able to support, purchasing all these games, because, day job took care of bills, the house, the fam, all that good. Any extra money that I had, I'd save some stuff for bonuses, stuff like that. Then I was using some of those investments towards the stock market, day trading, looking at charts. I was constantly doing this work and then that. And then when I made money, pulled that out. Some money went into, retirement funds and stuff for the kiddo and all that stuff, which is good. But that particular business plan just didn't work out. So I won't do that again. I would have been better off just investing into my YouTube channel. It is what it is, though. Good question, though. Ness, exercising our video game rights. That is right, X-Man. That's what I'm talking about. Have to. I've started collecting retro consoles and getting the carts for SD cards. I lucked into appears to be a brand new Sega Saturn last week. Whoa! For 30 ducats? That's crazy. That's great. Well done. Quick Google search gives impression that 161 and 1 soared in yeah. Unfortunately. You can't keep it down for too long. Anything in Neo Geo, it's going to go up, especially when there's a high demand. The 161 and 1s, those are high demand, because there's a lot of people that would just rather have the ROMs and just play the whole library and be done. But yeah, that is what it is. I'm not sure if I brought this up, but I actually hosted an end of the year Neo year with my girlfriend. This is done as a means of saving the best for last, as I think the Neo Geo is the best. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Best for last. This is Jones. What's going on? What's up, Henny Ness? What's going on? No bourbon tonight. I'm chilling. Just be aware that 161 it doesn't always play games perfectly. Have seen some screen tear slowdowns and facts. It's actually one of the reasons why I never invested into one. Not saying that that's always the case, because I know people buy them and they haven't had issues, but I know there's always going to be, in some scenarios, ROM issues, things of that nature, or the game just doesn't look right, doesn't play right, bugs out, who knows. Has anybody played the Neo Geo X Gold? What's y'all thoughts on it? You know what? It's Frank, you bring up a good topic here, because the Gold X, somebody was talking about that Amazon had posts for them, like that. I think, and I didn't verify this before that, but I was thinking about that because now there's more stock of Gold X out there. I think the price was like $2.99. If you ask me, back when it first came out, I was all for it, because I didn't have an AES, so no. But man, the controls, the plastics, it looks like the AES. Does it feel like it? No, it doesn't. No, materials are different. Does that matter to some people? Absolutely not. They don't care. They just want to play the games, which is fine. I say if you're going to get a AES Plus, you really don't need the Gold X unless you're just, you want it for a collection piece or you want it in the collection, then by all means, for sure. Cut Darth Vader. I am in the UK and I am 50. Could never afford the original, so I ordered this straight away. So looking forward to it. My early Christmas present to myself. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That is going to be a very, very happy Christmas for a lot of folks out there. Appreciate you dropping in. Let me get through here. Okay. Geckos, if your name is in honor of Ness from Earthbound, I get this a lot. What would your attacks be? PK scaling. Speaking of which, I saw Earthbound for almost 3K at my game store. Whoa. All I could do was stew over that game. So the Ness name actually isn't from Earthbound. It has nothing to do with Nintendo, surprisingly enough. My mom named me after Elliot Ness. So basically a snitch. The guy that basically ratted out the mob. We actually had that conversation this past weekend when I was celebrating her birthday. So yeah, we were talking about that and laughing about it. Yeah. So what would your attacks be? PK scaling? I mean, I guess you could call it PK scaling. Yeah, I really don't have a good answer for you on that question. Sorry. X Gold is complete garbage, Captain Argento says. Hey, he said it. The captain has spoken. I would absolutely lose my if there was a greatest arcade games of the 90s release, Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat, NBA Jam, and the like. Corey, yes. Give me that bundle, and we're going to party for that release. That's midnight release worthy for the Neo Geo. We would have to go to somebody's got to host a midnight release for that kind of bundle. That would be insane. I think they have a massive hit on their hands if they make enough of them. Facts. I feel like with this ongoing physical games debate surrounding Sony and even GTA 6, this needs to be about making a statement that physical should always be an option for our gaming experiences. Facts, Big D's, facts. And the reason being is we got to support this. This is why I keep saying I'm supporting this. I'm putting my dollars behind it because we're losing options. Someone's offering us an option. People may not like the games, but you got to love the form factor behind it, because if you support it well enough, with that support, it expands, right? You want to see that growth. Not saying everybody, you do what you want with your money at the end of the day. For those that I've heard tons of people tell me, this is not their jam. This is not what they want. They don't want a Neo Geo AES. They don't like the Neo Geo games. That's their opinion, and that's perfectly fine. That is okay. This isn't for everybody, but you have to be able to support a business that's offering something where the rest of the industry's like, I don't think they need this anymore. Yeah, I get it. We can get all these ROMs for free online all day. I mean, yes, half of us in this chat probably have these games on some form factor, whether it's PC, Steam, emulated on one of the thousands of different arcade sticks that we probably own, but we still want this though. This is a good thing for us. This is a good thing for the community. This is a good thing for the industry. This does paint a picture that, hey, gamers still love physical. They still want these things. There's a Mahjong game on the Neo Geo CD 18 plus called Final Romance. Hot fire. Ooh, okay. I'll believe you. Ness, like you said on the other podcast, imagine if Capcom released things on the man. I'm telling you, if they did it, it's gonna be glorious. Jason, what's going on? What it is, your richness? Hello. Do you think the AES Plus will save physical console gaming? Oh, now that I don't know. I don't think it's going to save it, but I do think it's going to provide the community with a pocket where they have physical media. I don't think it's going to be big enough because there's a lot of gamers that have shifted into far more advancements in what they like in gaming. The Neo Geo fits more of a retro aesthetic. Not saying they can't refresh sprites and all this stuff for future games. We could be completely surprised. Who knows? But it will keep us afloat for a while. I think it's going to keep us afloat for a while. But if someone says, "Hey, this is going to save physical console gaming," then I'm all for it because that's going to be amazing if that were the case. Gecko says, "I've also watched Neo Geo Generation, and to confirm, Legend of Success Joe is not the worst game on the platform." Yeah, I agree. I didn't say it was, but yeah, some people are like, but yeah, it's that other Mahjong game with the hideous visuals that is the worst. Yeah. And I don't know why I want it. I'm not quite sure. In fact, if PlayOn can have this well distributed across Walmart, GameStop, and many other different outlets outside of Amazon, this could definitely be a hot Christmas item. Yeah. And it surprises me too because the M64 is on GameStop has an exclusive console with them, but that just tells me, I mean, I want GameStop to have it, the way they move lately, but I'm like, we got to get in where we fit in, just get more units out there and more visibility, because there's still tons of people out there that just don't know what a Neo Geo is. I have these conversations weekly with people that I talk to. They just don't know what it is. Cruising USA and Outrun would be awesome. Yes. Oh man, those would be good ads. Those would be definitely good ads for the console for sure. I'm hoping they have more bundles coming out. Let's say each wave of games, you can buy them in a bundle all at once for a slightly cheaper price. Yeah, the bundle price. I can see that. That'd be good. My bad. Oh, no, you good. Do you have any recommendations for a nice MVS cartridge shock box? I picked up a couple of MVS cartridges, and I want them to look nice on my bookshelf. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. I'm going to show y'all this real quick. Hold on. So, I still have a couple of... Now, some people are going to like this, some people aren't. So, I have these. So, these are MVS shock boxes. And inside your MVS cart would fit. So, here, I'll just pull an MVS cart real quick. Just fits in here like so. Am I on the right side? I'm not even on the right side. Losing my mind here, y'all. Sorry. Right here. So boom. Kind of gives you that snap case. And I got these on Southtown Homebrew, right? So little plastic joints. Now, are those the best? They're big on real estate. Now, Project Retro Games has... Now, I don't think he's selling these yet, but it's a little box, right? So the form factor for that, let me try to pull this up, much smaller, right? So you've got a lot better real estate savings right here. You can fit a lot more on your shelf. Probably need to reach out to him and see what's going on with those, because if you tell me you can give me these, and it's not plastic, it's a cardboard, but it's like a thick cardboard, so it's real durable. And he has a manual in there, custom made. But again, I don't know if he's selling those yet. I just happened to get this one when I bought a little bundle thing. So, but those are that. And I'm pretty sure some other MVS folks in the chat can drop some links to a couple other places that offer some cases. But Southtown Homebrew, they do those inserts and the boxes. That's the place that I was going to get mine for my MVS carts over the years. How's How has the Sony news made you shift any potential focus on buying physical games, and what systems are you eyeing to preserve via physical? As a great question. Very good question. Um, I'll be honest, I have really slowed down. Like I watched the state of play for Phantom Blade Zero last night on PlayStation, and the major reason why the game looks great, but I'm a big fan of Donnie Yen, and he did like the he was like one of the coordinators and fight coordinators for the martial arts techniques and stuff in the game. Um, and I'm a big fan of his, and I wanted to check out the game, but those are the type of games that I support and I really like for a studio, but there's not a physical game for it, right? So the collector's edition, China's getting a collector's edition. There's only gonna be like 20,000 units. They're only getting that, and it's only gonna be exclusive to China. And then I've heard Play Asia might get a physical copy for the PS5, and it's time exclusive. So Xbox doesn't get one. They won't see the game for about a year. So the only option is going to be PlayStation or PC. So I'm probably going to end up getting it on PC. Kind of sucks because I would prefer to have a physical, but the news from Sony has really shrunk my ability to really want to buy anything from them, to be honest. And it kind of sucks. But if the option is going to be PC, I'm just going to spend my money on PC. That's where I'm going to spend it. If there's not an option for a certain modern game that I can't buy physically that I really want, it's going to be PC. So now in terms of preserving physical, I mean, I have a lot of consoles that I still have. I found a OG Xbox 360 at Goodwill for $40 on Saturday. Haven't tested it yet, but even if it doesn't work, my plan was like behind the scenes, kind of just work on fixing it up and learn how to repair consoles. That's kind of like a little side hobby I want to do. Fix it up, keep it, and make it into, an actual console that I'll have on, in my list of consoles that I play. But I've got my PS2, I've got my OG Xbox, I've got my Dreamcast, got a couple of, I got a 64, I've got a Super Nintendo, I've got an original Nintendo. So I've got the consoles. It's really just about the games. Hopefully that answers your question. Hey, you live and learn, brother. Hey, you live and learn, brother. A lot of us are guilty for making those financial decisions, and we thought we could get us somewhere, ends up leading us nowhere. Facts. It's very depressing, too, when I think about it, because I was like 6 or 7 games away from completing the English set -2. Ultimate 11 and Kazuna Encounter were the only 2 I excluded out of that list because those are just way out of my price range. But yeah, it was rather unfortunate. Oscar, what's going on? What's up, Ness? Do you think NAM 1975 has a high probability of being released on the AES Plus? I do. I really do. There's a lot of folks asking for 1975. Yeah, I think it's going to be, it'll come. I don't know what wave that's going to be in, but I think it's going to eventually come. It's definitely one to have. Lorax, what's going on? Do you have any recommendations on nice shock boxes with inserts for MVS cartridges? I picked up. Yeah. So I think we probably already talked about that. It was this one. Sorry, I'm slow on the comments, y'all. My bad. Yeah, that's from Southtown Homebrew. This will be the one. My head out. So sorry, sayonara, Ness. Hey, appreciate you, Gecko. Appreciate you. Love the channel and content, Ness. Appreciate you, Lorax. Appreciate you. Thank you. Traded all my Genesis and SNES stuff back in '93. Got an original Neo Geo AES with Magician Lore, NAM 1975. Sam Show 2. Can't wait to get these new ones. I pre-ordered both colors. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Congrats. You've got it ready to rock and roll. Very nice. And I still have a Neo Geo X Gold I got for a Coke and a smile when they were clearing them out. Not worth it. Nowhere close to my MVS, AES, or CD. Nowhere close to software emulation or Mister. y'all hear it there, right there. Gold X is not where it's at. It's not where it's at. It's just not. Simple as that. They raised the price of the gold by $50 to $100 on Amazon now. Yeah, Tim. See what Tim's talking about right here? That should let you all know right there. Why are we raising the price of a console that, one, doesn't play any of your original cartridges? Emulation is meh. The materials are meh compared to, you know, what some folks will tell you. You're wasting money at that point. You're spending more money at that point. Now, I get it if you're wanting just the emulation games, but y'all, I'm telling you, you can just go and you'd rather just download them then. Download the ROMs if you're going to do all that. Save yourself the money. So Crates, he wasn't a snitch. He was a man, a good guy. All right. at $70, it's okay, but the rubber is melting by now. $75. Okay. G-Man, LL. I know, brother. I know. You just give me. Frank, you should make a video dressed as Elliot Ness or Ness from Earthbound. Oh my goodness, y'all. I feel like Mr. Richway. I picked up Transformers War of Cybertron for $55. Couldn't pass that price up. Has it really gotten? Well, you know, I'm trying to remember because I had that game when I still had my 360 collection. I'm trying to remember what I picked it up for. It might have been right around that price, so Crates. I think it was. I really do. Dark Jedi. OMG. Imagine this. Hori announces a Neo 3. That's a day one cop for me. That's a day one pickup. If they announced a Neo Fight Stick 3, oh my gosh. But it has to have the metal base. It still has to have the metal base. Don't change it. Don't give us plastic. Give us the metal base. I know that might be a little pricey, but I'd pay it. I'd pay it. Those things are tanks. Don't drop that on your foot. You will break a toe. Guaranteed. Dave, friends of the family gifted me their old CRT. I'll be playing the AES Plus full 90s style. Nice. Well done. Let's see. I have mine on RetroBat, Switch 2, and Evercade, and I'm still buying this. That's what I'm talking about. Gotta support the cause. Gotta support it. What's up, UFO? Honestly, I'm not a fan of ROMs personally. Playing all the old consoles, no startup, and the ROM UI just feels dirty. I can dig that. I can definitely dig that. And I know me saying like downloading ROMs and all that stuff, like at the end of the day, folks out there are gonna do it regardless, but you gotta support the physical, man. Otherwise, we just gonna be a bunch of middle-aged or older folks over here complaining. Back in my day, we used to have games on our shelves, and now you young whippersnappers can't even. As a PC gamer mainly, I fully understand and I'm okay with PlayStation and Xbox going discless. Cartridge systems are different. A Switch cart feels better than CDs, and nothing does carts like Neo Geo. Facts. Which is why I'm so happy that PlayOn decided to take the route of making sure they preserved the original feel of the console and the games. That's the biggest thing. Like, these cartridges are huge, man. They're massive. And I'm so glad they decided, because I know I'm pretty sure, like, from a material standpoint, that's a lot of spin on a big old cart like that. Like, when the technology has been 5-10 times over been simplified down into smaller form factors where you don't have to do that, but they did that for the community, for the cause, for the life of, for the Neo Geo for life community, right? It's all good there. I love it. Hadouken says, I stopped buying Neo Geo games on Steam when the AES Plus was announced. As much as I want World Heroes Perfect, I'm waiting until the cart is released. That is one game that I had an opportunity of picking up. How many years ago was that? About 3. I think it was about 3.5 years ago. Really good price. And I was being weird. I was like, it's not the greatest condition. I should have picked that game up because I haven't seen it. I haven't seen a copy online. I haven't seen a copy pop up since. So for those of you out there that are getting some of these games, man, I'm telling you, lucky. You know, you may have to go 3, 4, 5 years if you don't have the right connections until you see a game pop up, and then you're competing against everyone else out there that wants the game. Crazy. It's just going to be whoever spends the most. But now, $90 is good stuff. What's the difference between the good and the regular? Clarify that for me. Clarify that question for me. I need to know what you mean by good and the regular. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Meaning Gold X versus regular Neo Geo. Oh, okay. Yeah. I can clarify this now. Okay, cool. So what year did this come out? Let's see. Neo Geo Gold X was mid 2000s when that came out. So okay, there is a Neo Geo Gold system. There is a Neo Geo Gold X. The Gold system was the North American release, if you will. So the Bulldog and all that stuff, right? The North American audience received 2 joysticks, of course, the console, a memory card, and then a game was boxed in with it. Generally, that was Magician Lord or Baseball Stars Professional or NAM 1975. Later time, it might have been like one of the Sam shows. I'm not sure if it was 1 or 2. But in the 2000s, the Gold X was done by Tomy, and they had the rights to make a new style console. So they sold it, I think, originally for like $350 when it first released. They were going to put the entire library on it. And what it was is it was a shell of a Neo Geo AES console, but you couldn't put your cartridges in it. When you opened it up, it was actually a handheld joint inside with HDMI connections and all this stuff. So all your games were actually on there. So the form factor of that was like, oh, you can take your Neo Geo handheld and you can play that on the go. But if you want to come back home, you connect that back inside of that AES shell, and then you could play that on your TV. It just, at the time, it was really cool. But then when people got their hands on it, it was just like a mixed review, and then the support failed, and no one was, supporting the platform, and then some people were able to get games and all this kind of stuff. So I never even got a chance to get one, but over the years I almost got one. I'm like, nah, I don't need it. And we've heard people in here talk about it, so hopefully that answers your question. This ain't about the fact that we're talking about 25 to nearly 40-year-old games that's widely available through ROMs, official digital storefronts, and other sources. And the fact that we're still getting it is crazy. It's crazy that we're getting them re-released. This is a chance to own what is marketed as a one-of-one replication of what those with a highly disposable income was able to experience throughout the 90s and early 2000s. Facts. You get a Ferrari. I get a Ferrari. You get a Ferrari. That's great. I think for me, the biggest highlight for this whole thing isn't the fact that the console's coming back out. It's the fact that more awareness around the history of the console to a lot of people that didn't dabble in the console. Now this gets out, right? More people get to hear about the history about certain games that they probably didn't even know the backstory behind. Certain games that started and originated on the Neo Geo that have gone to make sequels, and then different swizzles and versions that have gone off onto other consoles and other platforms. That's the cool thing about it, is that kind of history has still stayed around for so long. And now, a newer and younger generation, hopefully, hypothetically, allegedly, we'll adopt some of it, hopefully. But a lot of it's just us older folks that have always wanted it, so ain't nothing wrong with that either. 1 second here, y'all. Let me go over here and change this. Continue going through these messages here. Amazon probably have exclusive distro rights. They probably do. Ness, with your online influence, start a petition for Capcom ported games on the AES Plus, and we will all sign it and promote it. Capcom will have to hear us. Worth a try. Yeah, and I'm not even a Capcom creator. Like what did I do? I signed up for that Capcom creator thing like a couple years ago, but I got denied. I don't do enough Capcom stuff. I don't do enough. Like I mean, my channel's all Neo Geo. Like I probably need to branch out more. Like I originally, I talk about it's a Neo Geo and video game channel because I was trying to do modern stuff too, but I end up leaning back into Neo Geo all the time. So I'm just like, I'll just stay in my lane. But certain games, I could do some really cool what ifs type. I could do like a what if type series if that's something of interest to y'all, like where we take one game that's never been on the Neo Geo and here's how it could be spun up and here's what the potential outcome could be and what it could look like, what it could feel like. It could be something kind of cool. Who knows? Michael Jackson's Moonwalker would be a good port. Hey, I like that game. I always had a soft spot for a Moonwalker. I mean, just the feeling of being able to have one of these shock boxes in your hands with the cartridge inside and being able to put it into your AES is a feeling not most of us got to experience. Facts. And I think that's why I'm so excited for you all, because it's like, man, it's so cool, y'all. I'm not even gonna front. It's cool. What's up, Dan? Good afternoon, Ness. Hope you're doing well. Random question. Have you played Turkston Extreme, a shoot 'em up franchise from 25, 30 years ago? They just released it and demo is a lot. I have not played it. Is demo on Steam? Where's it at? Let me know. I'll give it a try. I'm always up for a shoot 'em up. AliExpress sell cardboard boxes and shock boxes. There you go. There's another place, y'all, for my MVS folks. If you don't want to spend too much crazy money, you can always go to AliExpress. There was a state of play last night. It was just for one game. Yeah, it was just for Phantom Blade Zero. And I just happened to be scrolling YouTube at the time. And then I was like, there's a state of play tonight? I'm like, I didn't even know that. But then I saw Donnie Yen pop up and I was like, I'll watch this. And then I watched the gameplay. And the game looked good. It's kind of like if I had to give it a mix, it's kind of got a Souls feel mixed with Ninja Gaiden and Black Myth Wukong. Kind of a marry of those three games. So it looks good. So I'll probably pick that up. I'm cutting back heavy on physicals other than retro. Not even getting Wolverine. Same. I'm not getting Wolverine either. And I love Wolverine. But I definitely ordered the collectors of Stranger Than Heaven for the vinyl from it. Yeah, that vinyl does look good, though. It does look good. That's pretty cool. What do you think about Neo Drift Out new technology? Yeah. I mean, I'd love to see it. Definitely. Most definitely. I'd love to see it. Let me see here. That's another thing too. I really think if this becomes successful, they can focus on releasing games that's a bit hard to reach price-wise with the originals Kazuna and Ultimate 11. Definitely come to mind. Yeah, Kazuna is it's out there, y'all. It's like, I've only ever seen one copy. Well, I've seen one copy for sale. I've seen another copy in a collection, which is, that collection was amazing. But Kazuna, expensive. I saw a Ultimate 11 pop up. I can't find the Twitter. I've always looked for that Twitter. It popped up like 2 years ago. A guy had found it at his mom's house. Like he had all his old games over there. I don't know what country he was in, but it was missing a manual. So the speculation, the community was like, "Oh, is it real?" Looked real. It had some water damage, but the whole speculation was like, what do you price this at? Because you don't have any other previously sold. You don't have any historicals on privately solds on it. You just don't know. So, Frank says, I'm listening loud and clear. Gold X is dumpster juice. That's right. What's up, Chris? Hey, Ness, great videos. Do you think there is any possibility of non-SNK games being released? Windjammers, Waku Waku 7, or Nightmare in the Dark? I think if things go right and the right people see what's going on with this, I think we can be in a good spot for potentially seeing some of those games in the future. Hopefully. So I'm hoping, because I don't know how many folks have asked me, like, man, Windjammers, Waku Waku. Definitely Windjammers. In, like, nothing against Nightmare in the Dark, because that's a good game too, but I love Windjammers. Windjammers, I got it right there, right here. Windjammers right there. And I had Waku Waku, but I don't have that. I don't own that anymore. But those are two games to definitely have in the collection for sure. What's up, Doc? New Hori fight sticks breaking more toes in 2026. Gotta get the purple toenails popping. Have to. Metal base on a Neo 3. This is Neo Geo we're talking about. That base is going to be made of gold. Hey, I'll take a gold edition Neo 3. I'll take one. War of Cybertron was amazing. It's a shame that the developers can't come together to reissue. I know, Mike. That'd be so good to see. It's always the good games. It's always like the hidden gems that they don't want to invest all the, the extra oomph to get those games back out and re-release. It's always the stuff that we never ask. We're like, who asked for this? Like, what are we doing? What's up, Andy? Hey, Neo. You should showcase some of your Neo Geo Pocket games. Well, I only got one. I only got one at this point. I only got one left. Let me see. Yep. The only reason why I still have this one is because of my wife. So this is the only reason why I still have my Pocket Color and in this game. So I have Pac-Man on Neo Geo Pocket Color. And it is sealed. Yeah, it's sealed. My wife bought me this for a birthday gift. What? How long ago was that? 4 years ago? Is that right? Yeah, 4 years ago. And surprised the hell out of me. Back in the day, she wasn't the best of gift givers. So, hence why I buy a lot of my own stuff. But she surprised me, brought a tear to my eye, like, for real. I was crying. I was like super surprised. She got me the console, the little in the box. It was like new old stock, never been played before. Oh man, she's a good chick, man. Good woman. But yeah, that's all I got. I had a couple of them. I had the Slugs. I had KOF. I had the Capcom joint. I had Sonic. What else did I have? I had Baseball Stars. That was about it. I was going on a little stint where I was going for them, and I was just finding the carts, and I wanted to find like the complete in box. And then after a while, I just stopped. So I don't know. Could I go back and do it one day? I could, but I just, unless I see like one for like a lot for like a smoking deal, then maybe I'd pick it up. But if I'm paying like the market pricing, probably not. Man, I'm still trying to find a Neo 2 or regular Neo. That front plate isn't scratched up, and a bottom plate that doesn't have that much rust on it. The ones on eBay look terrible. Yeah. And I've got a Neo 1. I don't have a Neo 2. My Neo 1's in pretty decent shape. It probably still could stand another cleaning, because I cleaned it when I first got it, but it needs a real thorough cleaning. Yeah, but I really want a Neo 2 one day, and I want it in the box. So I don't know. Maybe if I ever go to Japan one day, maybe I'll pick one up if they still got them. Back in my day, we had Alex Kidd built in, and we liked it. Majiro, beat King of Monsters both rounds. 2 continues about 45 minutes. How long ago? That was at 9. Or no, that was at 7:49. You posted that? My man. He got it. You called it. Well done. At the start of the podcast, for those, not podcast, well, the start of the live stream, for those of you that weren't on early, Majiro said that he was going to beat King of Monsters both rounds in 45 minutes. This was right at the top, 2 minutes after the hour, the start of the live stream. So about, what, 47 minutes in? 47 minutes, or you probably beat it and then you posted it, so about 45 minutes. Well done. Congrats. What's the next week? Burning Fight, Neo Geo CD version with the CD fight pad. Okay, we'll do a timer on that one as well. My man's over here speed running the games on the live stream. I love it. Doc, going discless is not the problem. Making people not have a choice between digital and physical is the real facts. This right here. That is what I have the biggest issue with. That Game Collector, what's the most you've spent on a CIB game, if you're willing to say? It was 5 figures. It was over 10 grand. That is what I will tell you. And did I have to sell 70% of my collection? Yes, I did. I did a video about it. And I pissed a lot of folks off because at the end of that video, I didn't say the game that I purchased. I did a follow-up video, and I thought that was going to be cool, but people were like, that's clickbait. I was like, okay, I'll never do that again. Young channel, I didn't know any better. But I did the follow-up video like a day after that, and folks were like, okay, we're good now. We're good now. Don't do that again. I'm like, I will never do that again. I won't. That's why I don't do clickbait. Or try to. And if I'm doing clickbait, it's by no means I'm doing it on purpose. By no means. But yeah, it's that was pretty pricey. Again, my wife is she's very special for allowing me to do this. Oh, there's rumors the next PlayStation may go a route of Nintendo and have a sort of USB type of physical, which would explain no more discs. USB would be more expensive, but they're going to $80 anyway. Yeah, facts. I'm pretty sure with these games are going to be $100. Probably in another 2 or 3 years, we're going to be talking about $100 games as the baseline, which is absurd. Especially if you're not getting the tangible item. Like, what are you paying for? Is your game worth $100? Is it? Because if I'm paying $100 out the gate for every game that you got coming out, there better not be a single bug, issue. That game better be complete and polished to the fullest extent if I'm paying $100 for some games. And even at that point, I might not pay it. Says the guy that spends hundreds and thousands of dollars on Neo Geo games. What the hell? It's, you know what? That's the craziest thing about it is the priority of it. I'm cool with spending certain amounts of money on these games, but if we're talking about some of the modern stuff, I'm like, I can't spend it. That's too expensive. I don't know how. That's priorities are just all the way jacked up. But I think it's more about what you're more passionate about, what you love and what you gravitate to. You know, people find value in the things that they love and that bring them happiness. So for some people, they might be willing to spend a couple extra dollars. For other folks, they're like, well, that scratches an itch. That makes me feel good for a period of time, but that's not a time over time thing that just continues to give me the residual feeling that I'm looking for. I think that's where the difference lies. What's up, Drew? Ness, did you get my message about Game Force in Aurora, Colorado? Yeah. Having the Metal Slug for 800. Is that a good deal? Yeah, I saw your message and I was like, oh my God. I think I replied back to you. I'm pretty sure I did, because I think in the post you said it was like $700. the biggest question I have right now is it Japanese or is it English? And regardless of the fact, is it real or is it a conversion? Because if it's an authentic Metal Slug 3 and it's complete, go pick that up expeditiously. Jose, Ness, I enjoyed your Dr. Gamer Retro. You were, hey, I appreciate that. Yes, thank you so much. Thanks for watching that. Yeah, for those of you that may have seen it or may have not seen it, I did an interview with Dr. Gamer Retro. He reached out to me and wanted to just get my take on Neo Geo. We did that a couple of weeks ago, and that got posted. So a lot of you have sent notice to that. I appreciate you watching that. He was great. He was a great guy. First time meeting him was over, when we interviewed, and great interview questions, and we just had a good casual conversation. Now, more folks know about the Neo Geo, by the way. I'm getting the Ultimate and the White Edition. Nice. Now that I'm able to purchase them. That's awesome. Congrats to that. Ultimate and the White Edition. Same thing I did. I got the same thing. Anthony, what do you think about Unico selling the Neo Geo X on Amazon? I don't understand. I don't get it. Why now? Don't get me wrong. I love Unico's. I love their brand. I have a lot of their stuff in my game room. I have the MVSX, which that form factor makes sense. Love it. Their Nova Blast, love it. I have no issues with it, minus there was a joystick issue that I fixed on my own, which after that, no issues. The Gold X just doesn't make sense to me when we have the authentic thing coming out, and the price point is actually, if you're just talking about the original black console. Yeah, somebody's gonna say, well, you can get the games in there too, but what are we doing? So it is what it is. I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm pretty sure that, and I don't know, I could be wrong. Maybe they've updated parts, pieces, plastics. Maybe they've done that, but I haven't heard anything like that. I just saw a post about it and just randomly dropped. So, And Unico, if you're watching, I'm not bashing your product. I love y'all's products, but what are we doing? Let me know. What are we doing? Why are we doing this? I'm assuming the AES Plus won't include RGB connector. So what connector will we need? Well, Dave, if you're wanting to do RGB, who's the? I can't remember their name. I've got a couple of their connectors. I don't know if they're doing Neo Geo. Hold on, let me chat. If y'all got a recommendation for RGB connectors, drop them in the chat for Dave, and I'm gonna go take a look real quick. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, I would check. I haven't been on HD Retrovision's website, but they do good cables. I don't know if they're doing Neo Geo, but I would double check with HD Retrovision. Neo Geo Gold X walked so the Switch could run, Earthworm says. Yeah, the very similar. Yeah, in some cases. Bits and pieces of that for sure. I have an AliExpress MVS, My Games, Sonic Wings 2 and 3, King of Fighters 99, Fatal Fury Special Sam Show, and Samurai Showdown Jet. Okay, cool. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Give me 1 second here. And weird, King of Fighters 94 that has a hole in it with chips stacked on each other, poking out. Heard of anything like this? It's probably a conversion. Yeah, the chips are stacked up like that. It's probably been tampered with in some form or fashion. You can go on mvsscans.com and you can pull up the stock images of all the boards for every game. I would go on there and you can compare your boards. And if it looks different from what you see on those images, You ain't got what you got. You might just have the ROMs, but it's not the original. But if it plays and you're happy with it, it is what it is. You know, ain't no worry about it. Now, if it's having issues, you know, we're all getting a Ferrari for the good old price of $90. With that, hold on. Let me, before I continue down the list of comments here, announcement number 1 for the evening. I have completed the first samples of merch for the channel. So based off of the feedback that you all gave me last week and over what you've said in the comments, I've designed certain merch based off of what you were asking for. So I'm waiting on those samples to come in. I will showcase those in a future video. And there's a bunch. I've got caps, polos, t-shirts, hoodies, got all that. And it will be for the good old price of under $90. So I'm trying to make it as affordable as I can, you know. But yes, so stay tuned for that. I'll have hoodies, shirts, caps, polos, all that good stuff. Just kind of stuff that I would normally, you know, rock on a normal day if I'm not all dressed up and all that stuff. But hopefully you liked it. I designed everything myself. Spent a lot of hours putting into it and thought into it. Some of it, you know, I ran across a couple of friends, family, some other gamer folks. They were like, yo, when can I buy this? So that's a good sign. Hopefully you like it. I'm not going to be pushing and peddling it. I'll just, you know, I'll put it in the video. I may have it for future videos where I just, you know, have some clothes instead of me just rocking the same video game shirts. Might as well be my brand. But if you like it, support, cool, all good. If you don't, all good, no sweat. It is what it is. So thought I'd drop that announcement here and let y'all know that that is coming. And I appreciate y'all's patience and support and all of that. Also, much love and support. I appreciate you. Nothing does Neo Geo like Neo Geo, for sure. I'm too tall for a Ferrari. Yeah, yeah. It's that's why I was leaning towards the vet, because it, you know, like when I got in, I was like, okay, I can do that. Josie, what's going on? What it is, Neo Ness? Hopefully they release another informational video soon. I hope so too. We need it. Glad you're able to join in. I know you was working last week. Appreciate you dropping in. With this release, Neo Geo finally getting respect. I know, I'm loving it. Fair enough, but I'm 6'5". Dang. All good. I'm not quite that tall. I'm 6 foot, so you know, 6 foot and heavy. There we go. I'm back in the gym, so you know, gotta save a little bit. Not gonna lie, if you're gonna branch out away from Neo Geo, go with Sega. The Dreamcast has a great library, and they're still producing. Gives you open for RGG games too. Yeah, for sure. And I love Dreamcast. I have my original Dreamcast that I bought back when I was in high school, and I have another one that's in the box. Never could get rid of them because I have way too many fond memories of a Dreamcast. Still have my my arcade stick, my Dreamcast arcade stick. I still have that. So yeah, you never know. What if Tiberius reviews Street Fighter 3 on AES? Ooh, you want Tiberius to do a full video, not me included? You just want Tiberius? That's a lot of work. Trying to hold the character. But hey, yeah, you know what? I think that'd be kind of cool. Marco, what's going on? Hey, Ness, God bless. Hope all is well. Still waiting for the green light here in Washington. I know, brother. I know. I'm waiting on the green light for you all because I'm so sick of talking about shipping and when is this going to be. I'm ready to just talk about the games. I'm ready for everyone to have their pre-orders in so we can just get rocking and rolling. I'm right there with you. Hopefully everything is going well with you, my friend. What's up, Destination Switch? Neo Geo. what it is, bro. What's going on? Hey, man, like for my Switch folks out there, Destination Switch dropped some fire videos last week. Some fire videos. Some really good videos on Nintendo Switch. So if you're interested in Switch, go check out his YouTube channel. Really, really good job there. Really good job there. I'm going to skip down because, wow, I'm way behind. My bad, y'all. I'm going to pick up the pace. But I see a super chat. Jason, what's going on, man? What's going on, brother? Good to see you. It's been so long. When was the last time I saw you? Well, was it Retrofest last year? Was that the last time we saw each other? Long time no see. Hope all is well. Hope all is well with you. Appreciate you for the super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna go back up. I'm not gonna forget about y'all. I'm gonna move a little bit faster, but I'm gonna make sure to get through everybody here. Mike, is there a store that sells Neo Geo shirts? eBay doesn't have much selection, surprisingly. So I get a lot of my shirts, like just a plain Neo Geo shirt. You can go on Amazon, and there's a lot of different stores on Etsy for a lot of different video game related shirts. They have a lot of the shirts that I have that you see in some of my videos. If they aren't directly from Japan, a lot of those are from Etsy. So there's a lot of different stores there. So I would go check out there. Josie says, I still regret giving away my Dreamcast before I deployed. Dang. Yeah. And I let go of my Dreamcast games, and I got them back and let go of them again. And I told myself, if I go back and get those games again, I'm not letting them go again. How do you feel about the new games being flash ROM based instead of the traditional factory mass like the original games? Over time, data will leak. The flash, yeah, but they're NOR flash. So I mean, I think the longevity and I keep hearing mixed rumors about the type that they're doing, but I hear that the longevity is going to be longer than what we're expecting, but like the 15 years and all this stuff. I'm not too concerned about it, to be honest, because I'm waiting to see what the true, because like right now we're just doing all this speculation stuff, right? We're doing all this speculation stuff until we actually get the true data. Things can potentially change for the better. I'm not going to say we're getting mask ROMs because we're not, but hopefully whatever form factor that we do get, it's going to be something that will please folks out there. Let's see. Okay. Truxton Extreme is on Switch 2 full long cart. Okay, that's good to know. All right. I don't have a Switch anymore, but I have to figure out another way. I'm happy to still have my Dreamcast no matter how many times I got to reset that damn clock and never letting go. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Truxton Extreme is on all platforms. Truxton is a vertical style like 1942 Musha. Ooh, riding. Okay, cool, Dan. Appreciate you. I'm going to check that out. I will have an update for next live. Haven't been able to find a replacement Dreamcast for less than $5. Ooh, is it really? Is it getting that high? Just for the console? Really? Dang. Are you looking for a CIB? You want it like in box and everything, or are you just talking about the console? Hey Ness, I wonder if SNK would release the non SNK Karnov. I don't know. That's a good question. I would love to see Karnov. Come on. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna skip down one more time. I'm gonna come back. I see another super chat here. Electro Wayne, appreciate you for the $10 super chat. Appreciate the time you put in reading all these dang comments. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Oh, snaps. Another one. Jason, if you find yourself on near the NC, stop by North Carolina. Stop by Raleigh, North Carolina for Game and Geek Expo in September. I'll buy the steak and whiskey. Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate you on that, Jason. Appreciate you. Thanks for the super chat, brother. Appreciate you again. Oh man, let me Let me scroll back up here, y'all. Never dropped a Hori Fight Stick 1 or 2 on my foot, but I did have an empty Beretta 92 fall from workbench onto my foot, roughly the same weight. The damage was real. Oh, I bet it was. I bet that Beretta was horrible on the foot. Oh man. Hopefully everything turned out okay after a couple of days. Ness, could you see limited run, strictly limited, etc., producing games cartridges releases when the AES Plus is out? I could probably see it for games that maybe companies that don't want to have the license directly under PlayOn in SNK. And if they own the license, maybe they would want to run through limited run instead. I don't know why they would do that, but I could see that. But for the games that PlayOn has, or what they would have under their lists, I don't see that happening. Nah. But yeah, but I could see limited run strictly probably doing some kind of game, or they could probably be doing some other third-party games that get a green light. That'd be kind of cool too. Sonic Pocket is amazing, Cap. It is. I liked playing that game. It was a really solid one on that one. My wife got me 2 pairs of Jordan 5s for Christmas, Carolina blue and maize and blue ones. Gotta love the wives that get it, man. I'm telling you, the support is real. Gotta love it. Wave 2, Windjammers, Baseball Stars 2, Ghost Pilots, League Bowling. That's what I'm talking about. World Heroes 2, King of Fighters 98, Metal Slug X Cross Swords, Last Blade 2, and Real Bout Fatal Fury. That is a banger wave 2. All would definitely be great to have. Actually, I fully support that entire list. Like, if they said that was the wave, oh yeah, just take my money. Take it. I'm so hyped for November. Can't wait to play Turf Masters. I'm telling y'all, Turf Masters. Ooh, I'm so excited. Y'all have no idea how excited I am for Turf Masters, y'all. Out of the entire bundle, that is the game that I'm so excited for. I finally get to have the game on AES. Finally. And I didn't have to pay 30 grand. That's what I'm so excited about. I'm getting an official release, and all it cost me was the good old price of $90. Oh, I'm so happy about it. I need to see Baseball Stars 2 or Football Frenzy in Wave 2 and 3. Would love to see 8-man. Ooh, 8-man. Give us 8-man all day. All day. Beat Metal Slug 4 and Blazing Star. Oh, yeah. Nice. Very nice. King of Monsters estimate was 40 minutes. Oh, man. Very nice. Very nice. Wow, that's crazy, but I get it. Most I ever did was a sealed steel battalion, which I opened, of course. I still have my steel battalion in the box. I still have everything still working, instruction manual, everything. Oh man, that game is so underrated for its time. It's so under. I wanted to do like a video on the channel for that, but I'm not good at the game, so I wasn't trying to just record myself just getting blowed up every 2 seconds. I have an extra copy of Thrash Rally. When should I sell? It's really up to you on when you want to sell it. If you don't need it, then you could either trade it for another game, for someone maybe that has another different CIB game that you might be looking for, or just sell it. Yeah. I mean, we're not getting a Thrash Rally anytime soon, so it's a first print that you're not going to have to worry about, at least for the foreseeable future, that PlayOn would potentially release. So there is that. I mean, if you need the money, then sell it. If you don't need the money, but you're just trying to get rid of it, that's really going to be up to you, for real. I've had a couple of duplicates, quite a few duplicates over the years, and either I had an open copy and a sealed, and I ended up letting go of the open copies and I kept the sealed versions. So I have a few of those like that. Now, hindsight, I kind of wish I'd have kept the open ones so I could play them, because I'm not about to crack open the sealed ones. So, but it is what it is. It would be nice if PlayOn can implement a USB-C. So if there are updates to the games, we can just update. Ooh, that'd be kind of cool. I can get behind that. I can dig that. The reason you can justify paying more for classic games, Soul, the modern games have a whole lot less of it. Some have none at all. The classics, they got Soul and spades. I agree. I definitely agree with this. Facts. I think that's where the whole nostalgia piece comes in for a lot of the retro games, because it just, this wave of euphoria, this passion that we have, the difficulty that we had. We didn't have like YouTube and, we had some strategy guides, or we're calling a 1-800 number to figure out like, hey, how do I get past this level, right? Those were the days. Now everything's just given to everyone on a walkthrough and a cheat code and all this stuff. Not saying those are bad, but I think it degrades the experience of, actually having to get good at a game. And a lot of times I'm still bad at a lot of these games. I'll be honest, me as a collector, I play every last one of these games. Can I say I'm a master at them? Heck no. I'm horrible at a lot of them. Some of them I'm really good at because I play those games a lot. So, it is what it is. But I still like it. Dat Game Collector, it is funny. I will drop 200 plus on retro games, and I will see a PS4 5 beat 'em up for $25 and be like, no, I can't wait for a sale. Yeah. Facts. Definitely facts. That is me all day. 800 gotta be an NCI release for that Metal Slug 3. I would need to see photos. I would need to see pictures. I would need to see pictures of that for sure. Just watched an unboxing of the Neo Geo Gold X. Looks pretty cool. They were the first to make a system like the Nintendo Switch using the handheld as a docking system. Yes, yeah. And Antique, if you want a gold, we're just giving you our opinions. If you think that is what works for you and you would like to have that for your collection, by all means, pick it up. Like, don't let what we're telling you in the comments and, reviews deter you from that. Everyone's just giving you an honest opinion of what their thoughts are. If it makes sense for you to pick it up, then pick it up. I mean, everything's Neo Geo. So, if you're going for like a massive Neo Geo collection, then yeah, for sure, you got to have it in the collection if that's the case. But if it's something that you're just kind of, I want to play the games and I want it on this, I'm like, then you really just need to write your list out and, weigh your pros and cons. Doc, you're right. It's not that people aren't willing to pay money for things, but what are you getting for that money? These companies now just want to take more while giving less. Facts. The more money we pay, the less we get, which is crazy to me. Even though up front they're like, oh, you're getting this, you're getting this. And you're like, but I'm not though when I got the game. As for Unico selling the Gold X, me thinks they found who had a warehouse of them and got them for cheap. At least I hope they did. I have no idea. It could be old stock. For all I know. For all we know. Shadows of Empire N64 was $60 to $70. Valley Creek says. Yeah. 60 to 70 ducats. Dang. Game's just been expensive all the time, huh? It's crazy. Perhaps for a future way, PlayOn can make a deal with Gmode, who owns the Data East IP nowadays. They can have all the DENG games re-released. Karnoff's Revenge, Street Hoop are my favorites. Man, Street Hoop is so fire, man. That's the closest thing that we got to NBA Jam. Hey, bro, still got that Star Wars display? Hope all is well. Jason, I have it hanging in my closet. I'm not closet, in my office. So my whole office display is all Star Wars, and the highlight is those two the TIE Fighter and the X-Wing. I have them hanging up in my ceiling. So I'm on work calls. People are like, dude, is that an X-Wing? I'm like, yeah. They're like, bro, can I see that? Yeah, so I still have it. It's doing good. Still have the display box that you gave me with all the paperwork. That's sitting. I got that safe. It's all there. So yeah, I still got it. Let's see. Stone Age Gamer sells some good RGBs. Thank you, Darth. For my folks that need RGB connections, go to Stone Age Gamer. Check them out. They always have the right accessories. Appreciate you, Darth, on that. That's a good point with the RGB cable. In theory, the AES Plus could use a different sync from common C sync cables, which is true. Merch for the good old price of $90. I hope you got one that says Henny Ness with a Geo control. So I like for the merch, I just did a couple of things. I didn't do the whole list of things. Like y'all give me new nicknames every other week. It seems. Like the Henny Ness, the Ness Quick. I'm getting all these new nicknames. It's hard for me to keep up. You should have one shirt for the good old. So, and this is what I was going to tell you. I do have a shirt, a good old price of $90 shirt that I designed. So that is in the lineup. So when I get that, you'll either see that in the thumbnail or you'll see it in the video. Basically, the way I plan on doing the video is I'll pan in and out of whatever I'm talking about, and each time you'll see different swag every time I come back on camera. So that's what you'll see. That's the way I'll design the video. So that way you all can see like different things and different styles and all that stuff. Need a Neo Geo Ferrari shirt. You know you were going to get support. Drop the merch. Appreciate you, appreciate you. Doc, it just came to me. We keep saying $90 for the carts. What would we be willing to pay for them to actually use mass ROMs? Okay, this is a good question because I actually talked to a few longtime collectors, and we talked about that. Like, hey, if we were able to get mask ROMs and you were able to get the boards identical to what they were in the 90s and early 2000s, what would you be willing to pay for it? They said, oh, I'd pay $500 for it. I'm like, oh, damn, really? 500? Like, yeah, definitely $500-600. I paid all day. Take my money. I'm like, that's a lot of money. But again, you run that thing where you're just like, hey, you got the game, you got the mass ROMs, you got the boards looking just like they used to. You know, the games are playing just like they used to. And you've got a brand new console that's updated to, modern day specs, still playing the backwards compatibility, all of that. $500 is a lot of money for a game. We keep talking about prices on modern consoles are going up, but I think $500 prices still a lot of folks out of the market. So, while we say we want certain things, cost and materials, the cost and demand of those things will increase. So would we have the same price at $90? Probably not. Meaning that we'd be paying a lot more money. And then we run into this situation where maybe we don't have as much hype. Maybe we don't have as many people that are vested into this brand, into this platform, because those prices are so high. So it's kind of like you got to weigh your pros and cons. Me personally, $500, and you're giving me some of the games that I was looking at, and they're a couple of thousand. Yeah, I'd probably go that route. But for everybody else coming in, that's not gonna make sense. $500 is not gonna make sense. $90 makes sense. So I think we need to wait and see what that actually looks like over time. And people might be just kind of, oh, I didn't know it was going to be this. Okay, I'm good with that. And we're good. I think there's going to be some folks out there that aren't going to be good with it, but I think the percentage of people that are with it is going to outweigh the folks that are not with it. That's just my personal opinion. The $90 shirt could have a scent of Hennessy. Y'all on this Hennessy. I don't even drink Hennessy. Does the merch come with the scent of richness? See what I did there? I see what you did there, fat boy. I'm too tall for vets too. Yeah, dang, man. Yeah, yeah. Man, I have a 3 model 1 Dreamcast still. Oh wow. I don't even know what model mine is. I have no idea. I was going to bring up that I was able to fit in a Ferrari 458, no problem, but I'm 185 centimeters. You're much taller than me. It's a Dave Marcus with the Neo Geo Ness news. Neo Geo first timer here from New Zealand. Got my pre-order in Australia and then 5 games coming from Japan. Very nice, Cable. Welcome. Appreciate you dropping in. Thank you so much. Apologies if I'm behind on the comments, y'all. I am trying to work through these as quickly as possible. What's up, iHawk? What's going on, brother? What is going on? Bro, I gave my Master System, Genesis, 32X, Sega CD, SNES, Game Boy, and Game Gear to a friend's young... Oh, my God, Corey. Oh, my goodness. And he's still... I would be crying, too. Oh, my. Oh, boy. That hurts. At the time, it was for a good cause, right? It was for the kids, right? It was for the kids. Let's just say... Let's say it was for the kids. You did a good thing. Even though you want to cry inside. I know. I'll cry with you. 2 things you should never sell: tools and Dreamcast games. Adrian says. Love your channel enthusiasm, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Apologies if I'm behind on the comment. That is my bad. I am trying to keep up here. All right, let's go. Let's see. Gotta go, but I appreciate you taking the time to answer our questions and read our comments. Looking forward to future videos. Thanks, Ness. Big D's, appreciate you, my friend. Have a good one. Bro really is showing love to the comments. Jason, you know I gotta do it. I gotta get the drinks in me already. Oh, man. Let's see. I wouldn't want limited run to produce AES Plus games. They'd sell out and then cost as much as the original games. No, thank you. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, what? Yeah, I agree. What I meant by that. Yeah, we don't want them selling out in scalper prices. We got enough of that going on in all the other consoles right now. We don't need that. I've seen the MVS card of Karnoff on AliExpress. Very nice. How much was that? Hey all, first time here. Happy to say I finally got my Ultimate Bundle pre-ordered. Super psyched. Old School Gamer 86. Congratulations. We've got another Ultimate Bundle in the house. Congratulations on the Ultimate. And welcome. Riggs, what's going on, brother? Ness, you're the newest of Geos. What's going on, my friend? Appreciate you dropping in. Hopefully all is well. Look forward to seeing you whenever I do. It's been a while. UFO, I'm telling you, just buy the original Turf Masters, make a bunch of videos on it and write it off. Man, there's not enough videos I could possibly make on the original Turf Masters to write that off on my taxes. That game is 30 grand. I'm not about to spend $30,000 on that game. As much as I love it, I'm not doing it. I'd rather invest that money and then I could buy 4 of those. Do you think there will ever be updates to the console like the Analog 3D or Mod Retro M64? Wasn't sure if the AES Plus will be capable of anything like that. American Shogun, I'm not quite sure on that yet. It would be smart if, even if they're not utilizing it right now, but they left something in the new revised hardware that we haven't heard about that would allow those updates to happen. I think that would be very good. Even if it's on the carts, if it's more updates on the carts, then we can do that. That'd be great. But as we know right now, we're not quite sure. But I think that kind of form factor with Analog and Mod Retro to sustain the updates and changes as they come from a visual standpoint, game bugs and issue standpoint, I think that's definitely the way to go. Hopefully they're listening to that. Maybe they're thinking about that already. Maybe it's something in the future that gets released. Who knows? I'm hoping they use actual chips in the cartridges instead of cheap Chinese glob tob. They are black epoxy resin drops on like the bootleg. No, they're gonna they're gonna hook us up with the good stuff, y'all. They're gonna hook us up with the good stuff. MC, what's going on, my friend? Appreciate you dropping in. Good seeing you. It's supposed to be like normal console, aka what's released us what you get. Yeah, what we got before. We're getting an updated version of that. Jeffrey, what's going on? I'm just curious about the specifications of the hardware, if it will run as good as the OG. Thinking about getting the OG, wondering is there an HDMI converter to play on modern TV? Yeah, so if you want to get an OG, you could go with, I generally use a RetroTink 5X, and then I use a SCART cable. That's how I've done it, using my original AES. So, and then I'm generally running that in 1080p, 4K sometimes, I'm doing that on a modern TV. But hardware-wise, it's going to, you have the HDMI connection as well, but I know a lot of folks are probably going to do an upscaler as well, so they can get the exact fit and what they want from their screens and all that good stuff. But yeah, I recommend RetroTink, but I'm sure folks in the comments will recommend some other stuff too that are out there. Maybe something that's a little bit cheaper in form factor. But I've had my RetroTink for about 4 or 5 years. Is that right? About 4 years, and been great. Loved it. UFO. I was just saying the other day, I wish some new games would come out and have cheat codes. Would be a throwback. Oh, for sure. Blazing Saddles. We all talking about these great Neo Geo games. How about some love for the Neo Geo arcade stick with all its clickiness? I like that. I like what you did there. I like what you did there. Yes, we definitely need the clickiness. I like it. What grade did NES do you have? Oh, graded NES games do I have? The Gyrus is it's a 9.4A plus. I like that game a lot. What else do you have? I have a Empire Strikes Back that's just right next to it, and that's a 9.4A. I had a 9.4A plus first print Zelda 2 that I found at a local store, and I got it graded, but I sold that to a buddy of mine. He's a huge Zelda fan, so as soon as I got it back, he's like, I got to get that. I'm like, oh, all right. So that. And then the Art of Fighting is for Sega Genesis. That one is it's a 9.6A plus. So yeah, but outside of that, I don't have any other NES graded stuff. Yeah. And then of course you see all the Neo Geo CD stuff that's graded, but that's just a little side project that I keep to myself. I was planning to buy a Neo Geo Gold X about 2 years ago. It's something I want to eventually collect regardless. Hey, it's all good. Nothing wrong with it. I just want to say this is an awesome community you formed. Thank you, sir. Mike, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for that. I appreciate you just tuning in, sitting down and watching, whether that's on a TV, iPhone, iPad, or whatever. Appreciate y'all for just wanting to sit down and chat with your guy. Right now, I only got the MVS-X for my Neo Geo fix. I want a legit MVS, but now I'm getting a AES Plus. I don't know. Hey, there for a while, I wanted a MVS cabinet, but I already know I'm not about to haul that up a flight of steps. Nope. I'm not going to keep it in my garage either. So MVS-X is what I got. My Nova Blast is what I got. So that's about all I'm going to get for my... I went through the whole arcade 1-up phase where I had a bunch of them all lined up. It was real nice. I got rid of a lot of those. I mean, I have my Pac-Man, which I can't let go of because my mom likes playing that when she comes over. And then I've got a Street Fighter 2 downstairs in one of my guest rooms that somebody was supposed to buy off me, but they just never came to get it. So, But yeah, if I had the right layout, I would definitely do in a legit Big Red. I would do one of those. Be kind of cool. What website do you recommend that's not eBay that would sell international to the US for buying Neo Geo stuff? Like, what do you mean by stuff? Are you talking about games? Talking about accessories? I mean, eBay is going to be your best source for a lot of the first print stuff. Occasionally, you can go on neostore.com. You can find some things, some minor accessories. You'll see a lot of games. The games will be a little bit pricey. But if you're looking for like accessories and things of that nature, it's just going to be hit or miss. Facebook groups will probably be a much more affordable way to go. If you're looking for, internationally, I know Yahoo Auctions for Japan, and then some of the Japanese stores, they'll have stuff that can ship too. So those would probably be, and folks in the chat, if you've got other places that you want to go, Macari, yeah, you can do that as well. You can go down that route. I'm pissed my Nova Blast monitor is dead. What? Did you talk to Unico? Did you reach out? Are they sending you something? Nah, man, it looks good, but I'm not dropping that kind of money. I've already invested in the AES Plus. What? Then you good. You are good. That's all you needed. That is all you needed right there. The thing the youngins don't understand is that games back in the day cost the equivalent of a $130 today, and that was SNES Genesis games. Neo Geo would be over $500, which in a lot of cases they were pretty close to it. Now they're definitely there, if not more, for sure. Would love to get a Neo Geo CD, but when I read about the load times, I want to gag. Yeah, if you're getting just a standard CD, then yeah, the Neo Geo CD Z is 2 times faster. You still suffer from some load times for some of the later titles. The earlier titles on the CD, some of the like some of the ones that you saw back in, say your Magician Lords and your NAM 1975s, the load times aren't as unsufferable as you would see some of the later titles. So it'd boot right up a lot of times. But for the later titles, you're going to have that spinning wheel going and going. But yeah, I've got a CDZ. Do I use it? Not as much as I just use my Neo Geo AES, to be honest, because I'm like, majority of the games I have on the AES, and me and load times don't mix. I'm not a fan of load times. The cartridge, man. This is one thing about cartridges, man. Just put them in, go. Let's go. Let's go to work. I'm psyched for the Neo Geo indie game scene, future with the AES Plus coming out now. Yeah, it's looking real good. It's looking real good for a lot of the independent studios for sure. I can remember when KB Toys was selling Super Mario Bros. 3 for $75. Wow, I'm old. So $90 for a Neo Geo game, I'm all in. Facts. Antique, what's going on, my friend? Appreciate you dropping in. What's good, Ness? Oh, we got merch on the way. Let's go. So it looks like December might be the month for me to get the Neo Geo AES. How come every time I talk to you, the month keeps moving further and further? You said August, then it was September, October, November, now it's December. Next week, you're going to tell me it's like February. Retro Blue, what's going on, Retro Blue Games? What's going on? What's good, Ness? I finally made the live. Just picked up a few dog tags. Art of Fighting, World Heroes, and Football Frenzy. Any info on new games being developed or any new developers working on anything? We've got a few. Let's see. Full Set, of course. They have Project Neon, and they're also working on an 8-player multi-tap game called Overserved. So that's a cool little game. That's going to be kind of cool to see. So you'll be able to play with 8 people on one console versus like using the classic, cord connection through multiple carts. And it has a Wi-Fi chip, so you'll be able to play on a server. So that's the first of its kind. So that's one big thing. A couple of folks are going to say Vintage Hunters. Other folks are going to say Xeno Crisis from Bitmap. Final Vendetta will eventually get dropped from Bitmap as well. And I'm sure the the chat can keep me honest on a whole bunch of other titles out there, but there's a bunch of stuff. Pixel Heart has license for a couple of games. You can do Gone Ryu, you can do Rage of Dragons, things of that nature. So you can go on their website and check them out. But yeah, there's a lot. Kevin, what's going on? What is going on? What time is it? I'm behind like 20 minutes on these comments. My fault, y'all. What's cool is Full Set's carts just got announced to be flashable. So buy, say, Project Neon or Oversurf, you'll be able to reflash it. Bot losing the OG game you bought, gonna be great. Oh, okay, cool. You should have a shirt that costs a good old price of 90 cents. I don't even think I can buy a shirt for 90 cents these days. I can't even buy a shirt from Goodwill for 90 cents. Wow, 500 for mass ROMs. I was gonna say at least 150. Yeah, well, I mean, hey, 500. Yeah, this brother. Hey, I didn't say 500. They said 500. It wasn't me. I grabbed N64 Project Neon. Very nice. Very nice. Notice my Dreamcast is Model 0. If anything breaks, I need to find parts from another one because Model 1 and 2 aren't compatible, LOL. Launch Edition Dreamcast isn't always the greatest in that regard. Interesting. I need to go and double check mine and see what those, or actually both of mine. This merch smells like leather couch cushions and old Wall Street germs. Two-way Ray. Strightway, aka Mr. P-Mobile, aka Mr. Pop. Wow, this dude. Oh, you should just sell $334.90 shirts to buy original Turf Masters. My man's already calculated it and everything. Ness says he doesn't drink Hennessy, but his beard says he does. Man, come on now. Took me a while to grow this beard out. Star Trek Mellow. Ness, about Dreamcast, have you heard about a brand new survival horror game called White Creek? It's currently in development by Storyburst Studios and publisher Pixel Heart to run on DC and mod platform. I have not. Surprisingly enough, I don't stay too up to date on horror games. Your guy Ness kind of has a paranoia thing when it comes to horror movies and games and such. Get really bad nightmares. Sorry to say, but not to say I wouldn't play it. I just have to take a look at it and see. My wife loves horror. She loves everything like Halloween and Hellraiser and all that stuff. Her and my daughter are a bunch of lunatics. They'll go to a movie theater and watch a horror movie and just crack up laughing at somebody just getting destroyed, which is very psychotic, if you ask me. But that's their jam. But yeah, I'll take a look. I'll take a look at it. So Storyburst Studios, Pixel Heart. Okay, well that'd be easy enough for me to take a look. 9.4 first print Zelda 2 could have it's not worth that much. If it was a 9.8, then I probably could have worked some magic with the Turf Masters, or if it was a first print Zelda 1, then for sure. Oh yeah, I could have just finished the entire collection with that and paid off some things. Physical games are all low print now. Mortal Shell 2, for example, released on 20th, is almost $200 on eBay. What? Do you think PlayOn will follow and restrict second prints, causing inflated prices? I don't know, Hadouken, but I do know that there was someone out there putting scalper prices for King of Fighters 2002 and another title. I can't remember the other title, but they were Japanese versions, and they had them listed at like $800. Of course, eBay took that down because you can't have pre-order, listings up, a certain amount of days before release. So there was that. But I hope it doesn't get crazy, y'all. And even if it does get crazy, do not buy these crazy prices. Don't fall into no FOMO. Don't listen to anybody out there talking about like, you got to get them. You got it. No, they will be around. Just be patient. If you missed it, it's okay. You will have opportunities to get these games. You have opportunities. Don't go dropping $200 on these games. Don't do that. $90. The good old price of $90. Use Syndico to buy from Macari Japan for games and stuff. Okay. For my folks in the chat that need that. Did you watch Spider-Man Brand New Day? It felt like the action and web swings scene taken from the Insomniac. I did. I loved the movie. I thought it was really well done. Me and the fam went to go watch that a couple of weekends ago. It was really good. Lone Guitar 66, new subscriber. Love the channel, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you so much. I give Mr. Wright props. His new video was pretty dope for game hunting. I'll have to go check it out. I've been working all day and I was working late and then hopped in, got ready for this. So I'll go check it out for sure. What if question? Let's say you were short on money. You had the white anniversary system. Okay. You had to sell the white system or the white slug. Which one? Huh. Interesting. Damn. I'm going to go with the system. I don't know why. Because I like the way that system looks. But I have a feeling I would hold on to the white slug. Yeah, that's my answer. And it's actually rather hard for me to think about, too. It concerns me why I couldn't figure that out. Reject modernity. Return the cartridge. Hold the line. Hold the line. Facts, Dave. Facts. Don't break it up. Yeah, don't break up the set. I see the Fatal Fury hat has sold out on Neo Geo style website. Yeah, Joe, I pre-ordered that Joker like days after that. So I haven't heard anything, but hopefully. All right, Ness, it's been about 2 hours. What's the big news? Has it been 2 hours? It has been 2 hours. Wow. Damn, Mohead. Okay. You're keeping me honest here. Okay, so outside the merch, again, okay, let me put this out here, right? The big news is I said it was related to the channel. I didn't say it was anything related to playing on the SNK. So I just wanted to put this disclaimer out there for you all. I am doing a special episode that many of you have requested. I am recording Games and Barbecue episode this weekend. I'm going to try to have it up within the week or so. I'm going to make sure it's done right. So, Games and Barbecue, I will be doing a full Wagyu brisket, 6 racks of St. Louis ribs that are going on the smoker. I'm going to go do the whole thing, and then we're going to do a game selection. Now, the game selection can be a Neo Geo game if you all want it to be that. So this game would sit outside of Mission Neo Geo. So I'll just do the review for that game within Games and Barbecue. My question to this audience is, do you want me to do a Neo Geo game, or do you want me to do a different game on a different console? Hopefully I have the game. I'm going to skip down because I see some people talking about, and I'll come back up to a couple of the comments here. Games and Barbecue, throw a PlayStation into the fire. Okay. Dreamcast or Xbox game? Okay. Okay. I think... Okay. Oh, Neo Geo. Why any other game system? Okay. What time do I need to be there, Ness? Has to be Neo Geo. Okay, then has to be Neo Geo. Okay. All right, so here's what we'll do. Because of that, what game do we want to do? All right, here's your genres. Oh, hell. Dion, you know what? I will do Ninja Combat just for the pettiness. I will do Ninja Combat for that video. Oh my god. Y'all love that game so much. Oh my gosh. I will do Ninja Combat for that episode. Yes. Golly. And if Dion did that on purpose because he knows I don't care for that game, but I will be as unbiased as possible with that. Now, if this video does well, if you guys like this, then I will drum up the series again. It won't always be briskets and ribs, but I'll do different dishes that I cook for my family and friends whenever that is. So I'll do that, and then we'll blend in video games as we go. So I'll do that. But I just wanted to let everyone know that I'm bringing that back. And it's going to take me a little bit of time because I want to make sure I edit it correctly. And it's just your guy Ness doing it. So we have that. Ooh, man. Capcom versus SNK. That's a good one, too. You know what? No, let's do this. 3 games. All right. I got Ninja Combat. We're going to do 3 games in this episode. Ninja Combat, Capcom versus SNK. I like that. I want that in there. These all have to be games that I have, y'all. So if I don't have them, I can always, I think I have them. Yeah, in VSX. So I can do that too. Let's see. Give me one more game. Did Neo Geo games come with wrapped Y-fold? Do you think the new ones will? Probably not. It's the boxes are just too big. It'd be kind of dope if they did Y-folds, but I don't think they're going to do that. I've done Windjammers on the channel before. So we're going to try to do different games. Give me another one. Halo 2. Y'all want some Halo 2 in there? I see y'all want to mix. I was trying to keep them all SNK related, but ooh, I like that. Cross Swords 2. I like that. All right. Our 3 games. Ninja Combat. Capcom versus SNK. Cross Swords 2. MVC 2. Project. You know what? Capcom versus SNK 2. You know what? I'm going to hold Capcom versus SNK 2 because there's something else. I like Project Neon. I haven't done a review for a independent studio on the channel ever. I've just talked about them. So let's do that. We'll do Ninja Combat, Project Neon, and then we'll do what was the other one? Oh my god, I'm already forgetting. Oh, Cross Swords. Yeah, it's right here in front of me. Duh. All right, so that's our list. Those are the 3 games that I'll have in Games and Barbecue episode. Expect Mission Neo Geo tomorrow evening. That will be for Shock Troopers. Then also expect a bonus video. I'll try to have that out Friday, if not Saturday. Well, no, I need to have it done by Friday because I'm busy this weekend. So try to do 2 videos this week, and then I'll try to do 2 videos next week. So you'll get another Mission Neo Geo next week and a Games and Barbecue episode next week. At least that's the plan. So 2 weeks back to back. Oh my god, that's a lot of content for y'all. Are y'all sure y'all want all that? That's a lot. That's going to be like three times that you're going to see me in 2 weeks because you'll have the live and you'll have 2 videos. That's too much. That's too much. Y'all don't need to see me that much. Give y'all a break or something. Yeah, Fox. Games and Barbecue. It's coming back. I'm smoking briskets and ribs this weekend, so I'm going to record all that, and I'm going to drop the video next week. I got to do it. I got to do it. Breakers, because it's coming out on Evercade soon. Okay. Yeah, it's an old series I used to do back on the channel back in the day. So it's relatively old. So I'm gonna come back and do it. I'm gonna try it again. Yeah, but Ness, Neo Geo hype is real. I know it is. I know it is. Hopefully I learned all your trade secrets in barbecuing. I recently moved in a place where I can learn to start grilling properly. Hey, I'll make sure to I'll do a justice on my seasonings, my process, and everything. So excuse man, go watch my Turf Masters Mission Neo Geo. If you need an excuse to that, I laid it on so thick in that video. You gonna have gallons of Henny? No, I'm not. I don't drink Henny, but I will probably have a really good bourbon and probably some beers during that video. That's probably gonna be the loosest you'll see me in a video, because I'll be recording in the heat in 100-degree weather in Texas. It's hot. When you do the Metal Slug video, you gotta have Hennessy hold up the box with the printed art. Hop back into this dude. When you do your cooking video, pour some Henny on your wings and brisket. Man, no. What's with y'all on Henny? Y'all crazy. We got nothing but time until November. I hear you on that, Dion. I hear you. I just drink on my live stream. This man is cooking. I mean, I'm not gonna I would have to have somebody actually recording me if I'm gonna do a live stream of me doing that. I'm not gonna do that, but I'll record. This dude said 8K. So, hey, I appreciate it, Blazy. I appreciate it. We're on the road to get there. We're on the road to get there. Earthbound to show where Ness comes from. Oh man, awesome. Project Neon, please play in tape mode if possible. If you can turn your CRT or whatever you're playing on. Well, I'll be playing on my TV, unfortunately. But let me see. Do I have? No, I don't. No. I'll figure out something. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Either way, we got our list of games for games and barbecue, so we'll be in good shape. That's gonna be fun. That should be real fun. Ness, you have a pellet smoker or charcoal? I have both. So I've got a Weber kettle that I always keep on lock, and then I've got a Camp Chef Woodwind Pro. So it's got the wood chamber. I have my wood chunks and stuff. So I usually smoke majority of my barbecue either with hickory or oak wood, or post oak. I'm sorry, post oak. And then I do a B&B pellets blend, championship blend. So that's got hickory, mesquite, and I have that. For my briskets, I'll talk about it in the video, but I'm generally smoking those for about 14, 16 hours, and then they rest for another 12 before I cut into them. So it's a long process, which is why I normally don't do those videos very often. The ribs don't take me long. 6 racks. I can knock that out in about 4 or 5 hours. I've got a kind of a quick plan to do that, but I'll do prep seasoning for the brisket probably tomorrow night, if not Thursday morning. And then the brisket will go on Thursday morning. And then that's going to, or Thursday afternoon. And then it'd be ready to bump temperatures up and wrap Friday morning. So that's the plan. Do you have a top 5 new games created for AES Plus? I'd like to see a new SNK versus Capcom. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we talked about this last time. I'd love to see Capcom versus SNK 3. Love to see it. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see a SVC Chaos 2. I'd love to see that as well. I'd love to see Garo Mark of the Wolves completed too. I'd love to see that. Yeah, the list goes on. I'd love to see Third Strike get ported over. I'd love to see all the classic Street Fighters get ported over. I'd love to see the MK collection get ported over. The list goes on. Okay, I need to send you some bourbon from Kentucky. Fox, I'm all for it. I love bourbon from Kentucky. I love it. I love it. Does anyone know if you can purchase the Japanese AES Plus games inside the US? You need like a VPN and an address. Some people were talking about it. I don't know what they're doing to do it. I don't know. I'm sure somebody's doing it somewhere though. Ness quick. Yeah, y'all keep coming up with these names. Gale Win. I'm super stoked that my MVS to AES converter came so I can start a cheaper collection once my AES comes in. Super excited for. Did you get yours from Stone Age Gamer? Did you get the Fusion converter? Congrats on that. I just got one too. It's actually what one of my videos is going to be about later on this week. I'm going to do a bonus video kind of going over that with some of the MVS titles that I have. Of course, he has a pellet in charcoal. Whoever looks at the games in the back, Ness is the man. Let's get this AES Plus, boys. Riding the pine. What's going on? Appreciate it. Gun to your head. Dang, that's aggressive. That's aggressive. You have to either throw your Neo Geo collection away and commit to buying PS Digitals from here on, or quit your job and delete your YouTube. Wow. What kind of question is this? Okay, you either I don't even know what to say with that. You have to either throw your Neo Geo collection away and commit to buying PS Digitals from here on, or quit your job and delete your YouTube channel. Man. Yeah. I guess you just got to take me out. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. I'm not throwing this away. No, my wife would fight somebody before letting this go. Hell, she was mad that I was selling some of my games for my investment business last year. She was so pissed off that I was selling. Oh my gosh. I thought this woman was going to chop me in the throat. So, yeah, she'd fight. He'd probably fight harder than I would over the collection. No joke. She has grown to love this thing. She doesn't even play the games, but she's like very protective over this. I don't even understand the logic there. You need to have a shirt of a Henny bottle with your face. Man, y'all this Henny bottle stuff, man. SNK should make you their president. Hey, I appreciate you on that. As long as it's not for the good old price of $90, I'm gonna need a little bit more than that. I got it on eBay, but I think it's a 3D printable wrap around. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they make the shells for them. I'll save that. Hold on, I'll save that for the video. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. Yeah, the fusion convert. Nice. Very nice. We need you to switch up your look with a bottle of Henny to your keyboard to give the authentic look. The title Henny Ness. You are crazy, bro. What shooters do you like that are not on Neo Geo? I'm a huge fan of Time Crisis. I loved the Time Crisis series. Absolutely loved it. I had Time Crisis 2 on my PlayStation when I grew up. Played the heck out of that. Time Crisis 3 was huge. What's another one that I was playing? Ninja Assault, which was another shooter on the PlayStation, which was kind of underrated. What was the other one? I'm thinking of all the shooters on PlayStation. Of course, you gotta go classic Duck Hunt if you're talking about. And you know what? I'm talking about actual gun con shooters. I am so sorry. Oh man, what a day. If we're talking about just like R-Type, Iron Hander on Super Nintendo, not Super Nintendo, but on PlayStation 1, I loved that game from Square Enix. Amazing game, loved that. Gradius 3 on Super Nintendo was one of my favorites growing up. Played that. Raiden, can't go wrong with that as well. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question on the shmups. I'm mad you sold your games last year and it doesn't even affect me. Well, I'm glad you're in anger alongside me. I appreciate your support, sir. She protective of it because she knows it means something to you. Like you said, you lucky man. I appreciate that, Doc. I am. NSE, what's up, Otaku? What's going on? God forbid your house is on fire. What items are you taking out of the house besides your wife and kid? I'll get the barrel and barrel these jokers out. Everything else can go. Everything else. I mean, I got a couple of things, like some stuff that my mom's gave me, that I sentimental stuff. So that stuff, all this can be replaced. But as long as my wife and daughter are out, we good. I mean, yeah, if I lost this, would it be devastating? Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, I'd probably be in very mild depression. But as long as they safe, I'm good. I'm Gucci. I've seen an article about the Neo Geo AES Plus in UK from a major national newspaper, and it states that Argos, a major retailer here, is selling lots of Neo Geo consoles. It's so popular. David, all right. I like seeing it. I like seeing that. I like hearing that. That's all good signs. All good signs. I asked Chat GPT, what is Neo Ness net worth? And Chat GPT said Neo Ness has a net worth of $565 million. Oh my God. This is why I can't stand AI. It's good for some things and it's trash for everything else. Oh my God. That's hilarious. Oh, shmups. Lords of Thunder on Turbo Graphics is fire too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Legit, you should get the Neo Geo collection insured. It's worth the cost, and oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah. Already taken care of on that one. That's why I have to keep this inventory up to date as much as possible. For sure. And you know what? That's not me pubbing anybody, because whatever. But for those of you out there that have collections, whether big or small, you just never know. God forbid anything happens, floods, fires, tornadoes, hurricanes, blizzards, and all this crazy nonsense. If you care about your stuff, whether that's cards, games, posters, whatever you collect, put some insurance on it. It's always a good rule of thumb. You just never know. And it gives you a peace of mind, and at least hey, I might not get some of those items back because they're one of a kind or they're super rare, but at least you're compensated partially for some of that loss. So one thing I can always say. It's funny, I asked Google the same thing, and Google said he was a billionaire. Y'all crazy with this. You know what? That's AI taking y'all's word and putting it in there, bro. Yeah, because y'all are calling me all of that. Before any bigger hurricane comes towards my house, my dad always tells me to go around, get photos, and anything valuable. Facts. I don't have a lot of photos. My mom has all the photos. Like, I think I've got like a shoebox of photos. So, I mean, that's a quick done. Everything else is either on phone or, it's all been digitized at this point. I'm telling you that Henny title belongs to you. I'm about to hit Henny Corp and recommend you as their spokesperson. Now, if y'all start seeing I don't have certain ads that pop up. Alcohol's one of them. I don't do that. Y'all gonna make these alcohol companies reach out to your boy. Keep talking about this stuff. I'm not trying to advertise no alcohol, as much as I may partake in a beverage on these live sessions with you all, but I have all my stuff. That's great, Otaku. See, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. Make sure you're insured. Diversify your bonds. Make sure everything's insured. If I had that Neo Geo collection, I would have a lion as a guard. Exactly. If I lose my stuff, I better get money for it. Facts. I meant take photos of everything for insurance. Well, I mean, my YouTube's my insurance right here, because every time you see it, I'm always putting something out there. So, I mean, things change, of course, but I have to keep my spreadsheets and all that stuff. Proof of the AI future, the sheer accuracy of Chat GPT. Facts. Fact checking for sure on this stuff. Okay. I finally caught up to everything. Finally. Okay, so let's do a quick recap real quick. So, I will finish the Mission Neo Geo video and have that out for you tomorrow evening, my time, for you all. I will work on Games and Barbecue, Wagyu brisket, 6 racks of ribs. I'll go through the whole seasoning process, the trimming, the prepping, the getting the grill heated up and ready to go. All of my step-by-step process. I'll try to make it as flashy as possible. I know food is kind of weird. And then when I cut into it and do the taste tests, I may have some additional people around for that, but they'll be part of it if they want to be on video. If not, it'll just be me. And then we'll get the game action popping in between those segments. 3 games: Ninja Combat, Project Neon, and Cross Swords 2. So we'll have those in there. We'll talk about those. Nah, Zelda's not bringing potato salad. Nope. And then we'll have a bonus video after the Mission Neo Geo for later on. Either it's going to drop Friday or I'll have it drop on Saturday. So you'll have that. So you'll get 2 videos from me this week. Next week we'll have 2 videos this week, 2 videos next week. With Games and Barbecue will be next week alongside a Mission Neo Geo video. So you'll have that. And then hopefully I'll have some updates next week, if not the week after, on the merch. And I'll show you all that. I really do appreciate all of that. And man, I need to get our interview started. Please just let me know. Message me, DM me. Let's get it going, because I'm enjoying the interviews right now. It's all good. Yeah. Get me on. Appreciate you. Doc. I was never a Henny drinker until these damn live streams. Now I can't stop. Ness probably, what? No, I don't drink Henny. Like they call it Henny, but I don't drink it. I just drink, different bourbons of different kinds. So yeah. 500 plus milli, bro. Spot me a meal. I mean, somebody spot me a meal. What y'all talking about? But at that, I'm gonna cut it right here. I appreciate every last one of you. Appreciate you for tuning in to another live with me. Stay tuned, more to come. Again, if I have new news, anything fresh coming out of the Play On streets, I will make sure to drop it as soon as I get it to you all. I'll stay tuned to the community page and then also my Instagram, because I'll probably do like some little clips and stuff as I'm cooking. If y'all want to see that on my Instagram, just for, keep the updates until the video drops. Appreciate every last one of you. Love you all. Collect and play the way you want to collect and play your games. And I will holler at y'all later. Peace out.